Hello, welcome back to part 3 of my Censor Guide in Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14. In part 2 we took Jianye while defending Lujiang from Yuanshu to the north. This episode takes place exactly where we left off in part 2. As you can see, Lujiang is looking a little bit battered, but most importantly we held off Yuanshu while now outnumbering him in troops. We managed to take Jianye while taking must have been about 10,000 casualties, so it was quite painful, but we did manage to get across the Yangtze River by the end of it. In southern eastern Jing, we've built up quite a strong supply chain. Changsha in particular is now a very healthy city, which is very self-sufficient and able to supply plenty of troops. Chaisang very much the same, along with Wei Yan in the south. And in this episode, I plan to move forward quite quickly. The plan, if we make it in time, is to take the remainder of Yang province, these three cities here, and I also plan to take out southern Jing, which is Liu Biao and Shanyue. So, might be a little bit tight, and I'm going to need to move some officers around, but I will come back in a few turns once officers have been moved around to explain how I plan to do this. So what you'll find often happens once you've taken Jianye, especially if you have quite a small force left to garrison it, is that the Shanyue will come and attack you. About 18,000 troops just shy of marching over to Jianye. This will not be too much of a problem, and I will resume once they are closer by to indicate why. If you deploy the right officers, regardless of their numbers and their fairly strong units, will be okay. So our Yang province attack force are going to be Sun Ce, Sun Yu, Sun Quan, Zhou Yu. If we have a look at their bonds, you can see they are all perfectly aligned. This is a fantastic opportunity, moving Huang Gai and Chengpu off to Jing, where they can form their own little corps of officers. But we also have Sun Jing, who can act in ring formation as a not terribly weak confidant, and I've also retained Da Qiao to act as a assistive supportive unit to boost the stats. So to demonstrate, I'm going to give everyone 2,000 troops. Fish, 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 and goose. I am not going to give Transcendent Fire, as on the defensive what I find often happens is you can disorder a single unit, but it'll create a massive field of fire that you'll often end up walking into and causing yourselves more damage than you're dealing to the enemy. Not ideal, and especially if you make as many mistakes as I do when I play, so let's not give ourselves the opportunity to do that. And I'm going to deploy in formation. I'll be right back. So here's our deployment. We have about 10,000 troops on the defense versus the 18,000 of the Shanyue. To point out the strength of our officers here, you can see looking at Sun Quan, Sun Ce, even Sun Yu, fantastic strength, 2,000 units only, or troops I should say, and they are incredibly strong. You look at Sun Quan here, he's one of the better officers in the entire game with his dependable trait, which is absolutely nonsense in a historical context, but we'll make do with what we have. Sun Ce here, nearly 17,000, not 17,000, 1,700 defense and 1,600 assault. Sun Yu 1,400, 1,300 respectively. You've got 1,200 assault Zhou Yu in the back. He's not gaining any benefit from our administration because we're limited to 2 slots at this moment, but that could be boosted up quite dramatically. And then these 2 units in the camp in the back are what help boost our defense and our stats just that little bit more. So if I first carry out the searches, as I'm hoping to find the +5 strength Great Axe and Changsha. But apart from that, if I continue on and we see how this acts in shall I say, in practice rather than in theory. There we are. That's exactly what I was hoping to find. I'm going to slot that on Sun Ce now. We are absolutely melting them. I call this free gold. We do not want Yuan Shu's mediocre officer, and we've got plenty of our own. Haha! Well, that's a nice little surprise. This doesn't always happen, and this is a fantastic addition to the little gang of 4 here we have here. And Changsha has just been promoted to a medium city. Okay, fantastic. Our administration is increased. So what I'm going to do here, because we're no longer needing to hire officers, we don't need the reliable intelligence advice we get from our warlord, I am going to make Sun Xuan our advisor. This gives us level 10 boats, it gives us increased orders, it gives us officer injury recovery, gives us a little bit more EXP as well, which I can't show you as we don't have any other officers currently with that trait. But in the meanwhile, I can then also add on, what should I do? I think I will go with arrow, and you'll see why in a little bit. If it was earlier on in the campaign, what I could have done is pointed Zhang Zhao as my strategist, and unlocked another slot here, and for example slotted in prepare register to get that up to level 5, but it might not be necessary. So, in fact, I just want to point out as well, if we have a look at our cities, our gold income, 5,000 gold, 1,200 gold, 1,200 gold, 3,000 gold, 5,000 gold. You can see we are very, very poor, despite the fact that we've got 5 fairly well built up cities, simply because the south is very poor compared to the affluent north. In our Cao Cao campaign, and even in our Gongsun campaign, once we'd taken a city or two, we more or less had as much gold as we wanted to spend. That is not the case playing as Sun Ce. So we're going to skip one more turn, just so you can see our final casualty count we end up with. Oh, got to move them along. So I could have minimised those a little bit more. 150, 350, 50. Less than 1,000 casualties in total. We took out 10,000 troops. So, not needing to waste any time, I am simultaneously going to make our move for ruling, using our secondary attack force, which is going to be Chengpu, Huang Gai, Handang, Sun Jian's old buddies, with Lu Su in siege tower formation, with supporting officers Du Shi, the ministrant, and Xiao Chao, the supportive trait officer. And perhaps the easiest way to do that, if I give them all 8,000 troops. No, not enough soldiers for that yet. 6,000. That'll have to do for now. So it's in Du Shi, Xiao Chao. In terms of formations, we're going with arrow for Handang, as that's the only formation he has, sadly. We are gonna go with tough call. Goose with Huang Gai, fish with Chengpu, tower with Lu Su. And we're going to head straight for Port Dongting. This might be enough troops to take the city. We might need to do it in 2 goes like we did with Jianye, and in the interim we're going to send over 8,000 troops and about 20,000 supplies, maybe 1,500 gold, just to balance things around. Liu Biao has sent out Huang Zhong to meet us in the field. I suspect he is headed for Guiyang. What I'm going to do, I'm going to set up a bit of a naval blockade. And we'll see if Huang Chong turns around or gives chase. Naturally, in the water, we have complete supremacy, and he will not last long. So let's hope he does go for Guiyang, and we can maybe capture Huang Chong. More free gold? No, he wants a lot of our food for a tiny bit of gold. I'm going to say no to that. Okay, I think we've got this. So, you three can go for Huang Chong, and I suspect she's going to turn around at rapid pace. Now that I've got 1,000 more troops, I'm going to find... yes. Someone can sneak around the side, take these two core territories. Planning to surround the city, because we won't have the major numerical advantage, and especially with our arrow formation, our goose formation, we could take quite a lot of damage. I'm going to play this one very safe. Over in Jianye, is everyone back inside? So we're going to go for this at the same time. So we have Sun Se, Shanyue, Senquan, Yu. I give you 3,000 troops. Fine. Jing in support, Taishi in support, and Da Qiao support. So the reason I am using Taishi as a supportive officer is the Steel General trait, which will further boost our defences. And if he's in goose formation and he's not moved in proximity of the city, he can just stand back and support. Other than that, this is going to be a case where I'm going to have to preserve what little troops I have. So I'm going to put everyone in goose formation. As you take, when you're attacking a city, you take, it sounds like exaggeration. When you have high defense, you can take 1 casualty per tick rather than 100, and we simply don't have troops to spare on this occasion. We better get recruiting if that's the case. And to help us with that, we'll go clean up those remaining cores. Did I send Duji out? Yes, I did. Okay, I'm going to skip a turn, see what happens. Wait, no, not. We're going to cut straight to Huang Chong. Hopefully not turning tail and running. Ah, he's running away. Are we going to get him? Yes, we are. Ah, Liu Biao. That gold is very, very helpful. Come on. And we've got him. Ah, didn't capture him. Oh well. Unlucky. Okay, so the plan here, go for the port, go for Jianan, make a nuisance of ourselves. King across, everything's okay there, apart from the lack of gold, everything's okay there, apart from the lack of gold, everything's okay there, and we have a fair bit of gold. We'll use this as our capital for the near future. So, one thing to keep in mind, Han Dang does have the Reckless trait, which makes him very, very, very vulnerable if someone deploys out. But we'll deal with that if it happens. I think I'm going to get these three to build a camp in the meanwhile and hope we don't get a deployment from Liu Biao, which would be terribly unlucky, which can happen. I have also moved along some High Conqueror officers to assist us with taking over this territory. I think this leaves Guiyang a bit undermanned, but that can be resolved. I think the officers in Jianye, fine, all good. Shai Sang, all good. So we'll send a couple over. So looking at what we're starting our attack with, 3, 6, 9, 12 and another 15 in total. 15,000 troops to attack Wu. We'll see how many we end up with once we finished our assault. Oh, and looking at the text skipping past there, am I in trouble? Yes. Okay, so we need to step back a little bit. At high speed if possible. Ooh. Okay. Nope. And we're going to need to engage Huang Chong. Okay. It's all going relatively according to plan. Emphasis on the relatively. So if I slow this down. Oof. This could be painful. Okay, he's going for us, that's fantastic. Chengpu's taking an absolute battering. I think we'll be okay. At least I hope so. And over in the east. Okay, I think we're all ready to go. Now, in order to make the most of my stats, because I cannot keep everyone in a two-tile formation while attacking the city, I am going to have Shanyue set in the second row, acting as a bit of a meat shield, which should be okay. Which is kind of annoying, however. So if I slow this right down. Oh, he's coming out. They're both coming out. Ah, they're gonna walk in. Oof, that's a hefty damage. So if I pause, how are we doing over here? Ooh, okay. Could be worse, could be better. Okay. This, meanwhile, is going fantastic. We have lost 300 troops, 500 troops. Okay, they're going to march into the city. Han Dang fighting 2 versus 1 and going strong. No, he's going to retreat. Can you get off a charge? Okay, so the plan here, move Chengpu up, move Li Su through, move them out of the way temporarily. Move you up. Move you there once you've done. As for Wu, don't forget to keep everyone content and happy. So, concentrating on the Jing front first. Make sure no unexpected surprises take place. All done. So you can see we're taking between 1 and 3 damage without building a camp. Shanyue probably would have been at 1 as well. Without manual tactic activation, there's no way to choose when your tactics activate on the city. So if you go in siege formation, you go in goose formation, you're far more likely to take damage. Which is why, sadly, early on in the game, fish formation is often simply the best formation, and there isn't really any real depth to that, any exceptions, unless you're playing a particular faction with a particular set of officers. But there's nothing more to be said here. I think his steel formation is affecting everyone. Yes. Good. So Wu is going to be ours shortly. I'll move everyone in. Oh dear, he's gone on the offensive. Okay, all systems go. It's annoying when that happens, but can't be helped. So we're going there. You go there. You go there. You go there. You move up. You move up. So despite having 13,000 troops against 4, this could be close because Chengpu's not going to last long. And there goes Wu. No surprise there. So Yanyu and Yanbahu, they have a officer trait that stops the Shanyue attacking you, which is incredibly good. That will be okay. You can see 800 a tick. Bandits, naturally. So within the space of a single turn, took 2 cities. Long shot. Oh dear. He's had a rough time. Okay, with now having taken Wu, this should unlock an event, a Little Conqueror, that gives you Ling Sao, I believe. Yes, not particularly useful. However, Ling Sao does have level 4 arrow. So, There we are, Handang will be even stronger. Make them go in, you can retreat. So what I'm going to do, first actually before I pause, how long have we got left of Shenxi's line? 4 months. Okay, so I'm going to rebalance these troops around, get supplies in the position they need to be. Our next target is going to be Jiangling while I wait for the alliance with Shenxi to end. So I will pause. I'll be back possibly in a month or two in terms of game time. So same story as before. Out come the gang of 4 with their supportive units. We're going to move on to Huiji, which should be a walk in the park compared to Wu and Jianye, and then we're going to move on to Jianan. Meanwhile, I am going to deploy in a few turns over to Jiangling. I've not sent the siege weapon straight away as... why not? As I didn't have enough troops. And I instead sent Lu Su to Changsha. Once the morale's been built up in that city, I'll have him follow along. Before that, I'm going to take a ton of damage from this siege weapon. Entirely unintentional. So while we have this happening simultaneously in the east, we've got a brave attempt by a not incredibly weak officer, I will say, to come and defend the city, so we'll see how that goes. There's a spare officer in Wu I just can't seem to hire, but that's the consequence of having a 80 intelligence strategist. So this is the rare attempt by the AI, I should say, to have them defend one city using troops for another. Okay, let's see how he goes in. Straight ahead, straight ahead. Excellent. Ooh. That more than tickles. What's happened there? I'm now at war with Shenxi because his supply unit got caught in my territory. Ah, dear Shenxi. Not the best at this. Past Lingling, that'll be my next target. Ooh. Speaking of which. Jing 2. Again, holding the reckless officer back as reckless behaviour ends in disaster. Especially when he's not particularly strong at the moment, without any of these core territories in our control. Okay, I think I'm more or less ready to send Lu Su along. Do that. Did do about 1,500 worth of troop damage to me, which so far that isn't ideal. Ah! There we are, good old Sun Sir. And he didn't stand a chance. Captured him. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Okay, completely uneventful so far. I'll be... Okay, exactly what I've just said has happened with the AI with her Qi has happened with Huang Chong here. I can't fight that on land. not easily anyway. So I am going to see if I can bait him into attacking me in the water. If this works, we might have a chance. So get out, get out, get out. Run away. He's going to he's going to catch up with us quite quickly. This is literally the Changban scenario here. Conquer you, conquer you. And okay. So with that done, onto the city. Not what I wanted. That'll do. Okay, I'm going to ignore that for the moment, as we've seen how that goes. I walk up to the city, I take very little damage, I take it, should be straightforward. However, this might not be. Okay, he's running away. Excellent. We are safe for now. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, be right back. Okay, one down. There we are. We have triggered the condition of this nice little event. Give Sun Ce and Zhou Yu their wives. Doesn't actually make much of a difference as far as I'm aware, as they are already confidants of their respective wives, but no harm in activating it regardless. That's very brave of him. Not quite an even fight. And Lusu has arrived as well, so we are almost in position to begin attacking the city, once he's built his morale up a little bit. Actually, I've just noticed something here. We've got 11,000 troops of Wei Yan on the march. I might need to find a way to intercept that somehow. Well, here comes Wei Yan, and that's one incredibly strong Wei Yan. So, ooh, okay, I might be in trouble. I may be in trouble here, however. Let's see, I'm definitely not confident. I do have reinforcements on their way, but not going to be able to do a huge deal. 6, 12, 18. Alright, I'm going to try and cut off the reinforcements from the back. Anyone else I can send? Chenggang, Sai Mao. Not particularly helpful. No, I'll leave those troops as plan B. Okay, let's see how badly this is going to go. If he runs in there, 2,000. That helps. Okay. Is he coming in? Oh dear. Ah! Okay, okay, that helps a huge deal. That helps massively. Okay, where has Handan gone? Nope. Back here you go. It's not over yet. Well, that does change everything. As does that gold. I suppose on attacking from the south I could go along the river, pop up through the port into the city, avoid all those camps and traps. Alright, I'll give that a go. But first, let's see if this works. Huang Gai coming in more clutch than I can really describe. That morale chunk took off 25% of his damage. Is he retreating? Have we done it? Ah. Can't be old age. Oh. There he is. Back in there you go. Okay, my celebrations were premature. Oh, were they? Oh, no, don't chase, don't chase. Oh, no, not into the city. Don't stop chasing, stop chasing, stop chasing, please stop chasing. He's far away. Reckless. No, stop, stop, stop. Ah, God. Handang. My fault completely, of course. No point blaming Handang. But We have no choice but to commit at this stage and see how much damage we can do to the city in the process. That highway. We can get there. Get there. All these three. Cut off Wei Yan's retreat. Speaking of which, this is getting very, very messy. And in the meanwhile, we're going to try something else that's very messy. Which is rushing for Lingling. I think he has one officer in here defense. Yeah, one officer. I should be able to beat this just through superior numbers. And should Shursi decide to attack, it'll take him a long time to get through the mountain pass. I'll have reinforcements in there before he can make his move. Oh yes, I should point out, once I've taken Lingling, I'll have regional governor, and I'll be one step away from lieutenant governor at the same time. So I'll be able to start manually activating my tactics, which will help me win a lot of these battles, which are very close to call when I'm playing with RNG. Ooh, that hurt. And that's going to hurt as well, potentially. This is a suicide attack in the making, but I have very little choice in the matter. That hurts quite a bit. This isn't going to work, but I'm going to do as much damage as I can and hope these three can finish off. If I don't, at least I have enough troops for a second attack. Oh, Liu Biao, have you done it? Oh, please say that's won it for us. Oh, I think it has, you lovely, lovely idiot. I didn't deserve to win that. I did not deserve to win that in any capacity, but I did, and look at that. An absolute slaughter. Well, you might as well retreat now. Ah, isn't it wonderful when the game gives you mercy for all the mistakes you've made? Okay, nothing to do but clean up here now. And then, unless I'm mistaken, that leaves Yang, yes, incredibly weak. Oh, what a wonderful gift. Okay, so as this is more or less a done deal, I am just going to skip ahead. I'll pause back if we, or resume back I should say, if we capture any of the officers. I've made a mistake, quite possibly. Oof. No chance of that. Oh, unless he wants to give me a life extension tome. Wei Yan's not known for his loyalty. Ooh. Oh, that hurts. Get them in there. Move those two along. Try and fix this awful situation I've made for myself. It's such a pain and I've not got any troops to reinforce. Okay. Well, good thing we have 10,000 troops there, I suppose. That is such a nuisance, though. That's okay, he's turning back. I click the retreat button, the AI thinks I finished my assault. All problems solved. And that is also a very major help. Because not only does this give us a huge amount of gold, but it means Jianye is now safe from all attack. So, despite our lack of transporter officers, I can send half our city, along with a good amount of supplies, over in case round 2 is needed after that big old blunder I did there. But I think we'll be okay. Loyalty 87. Well, that was expected. And Wei Yan is one of those officers you can use by himself thanks to his Annihilator trait. He would actually make a fantastic sworn brother for Xu Shang, who I'm deploying here, as he has defense, hammer and anvil action. So, this might work, might not, but we're going to give it a go. If it ends in failure, we've got the troops to spare. And now that we have Jiangling, Changsha is now a feeder city. We can send all the troops and supplies we need over to Jiangling, and the city is at no danger of at all at attack from any angle. Right, have we got any spare officers we can send over? Yes, we do. Naturally, I wasn't paying attention and had Wanling once again demolish my troops, especially poor Sun Chen. However, it should be okay. Oh. Well, Zhou Yu's unique position as a strategist is he has quite high strength and he will challenge people to duels occasionally. Which isn't always ideal given that... Oh, well, he might win this. No, he won't. Completely unnecessary. And then goes all his morale. But fortunately I can build that back up. Use your tactic in a second. Oh, not... come on. This is why you should bring Zhao Tai along. I am getting absolutely demolished in these duels. But morale can be restored thanks to the instrumentalist trait. So not all is lost. However, I am looking very, very, very weak for this attack on the city. No, he wasn't giving me particularly good advice to begin with. So, let's see how this does in Lingling. Don't think there's anything else going on. Oh, he's not actually up against the city yet. Okay, let's hope he doesn't deploy. Oh yeah, this is more than fine. I think. And we walked into a fire trap, so there goes Da Qiao. This is going to be a disaster. There's no way around it now. Could have been okay, but that fire trap was the end of it. So we are too far along to just turn around now. No choice but to go for it. If I take Lingling, and that gives me my promotion, I can have Zhou Yu's tactic manually activated. I might be able to do this. Keep him in prison for the free gold. Cersei's going to want his son back, I presume. Da Qiao's dead. And this is the Imperial Envoy telling me I've been promoted to Lieutenant Colonel. Oh. Regional Governor. I'm sorry. That is exactly what I needed. And now we have conquered 7 Jing at the same time. So, upgrading my army potential even further. I have fish level 10, arrow level 4. Any more arrow? Arrow 2. Might as well. We of course now have a massive shortage of officers, and we're going to struggle to fill these cities up and keep them basically safe. But for the purpose of the guide, once we've taken Liu Biao out, that will solve that problem. I see an opportunity to attack Changsha, but I haven't got any spare officers to attack that city with at the moment. So I am going to make Zhao Tai, Jianqin and Juran sworn brothers. And what this does, I can send them out and they will be quite a significantly strong unit. Should do. And Zhang Liao, Wei Yan on the flanks. Here we go. And he's used crane formation. The absolute only way I could probably survive this is if he used crane formation. So if I use transcendent fire, are you going to set my allies on fire? Yes, you are. Well. Don't even know what to comment on that. It's like watching the little leagues of sport games. Or soon family members. Soon. What year are we now? 198. So Sun Yi. if I wanted to, it would get me up to arrow level 10. That's helpful.
有什么烦心事吗？请交给我吧。有命令。什么事？谨遵。好，要喝酒。知道了。有命令吗？遵命，在这里。
Okay, let's hope for the best. I'm not confident this will work, but the alternative is regrouping and sets us back another 6 months. Very painful. And the city is very low morale, so if he does deploy for me, well, they're not going to be that threatening. Sherzi. Absolutely, why not? Okay, it's quite a bit of damage. Oh, restrained, he's not going to get in range of the city. Oh, that is, and I am about to lose. Oh, this isn't going to work because I do not have Jiangling. Oh, this is going to be an absolute catastrophe. Well, if we're lucky, we don't lose anyone to getting captured. That's the only thing I can say. Perhaps if we move forward. No, this isn't going to work. Unless Zhou moves ahead straight away, I get Transcendent Fire off. Come on. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Move, 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 move. Ah. This is going to be very painfully close. No, it's not. Okay. That is an absolute tragedy. All I needed is one tactic to get off and the city was done. There goes Taishi C, that weakens our defense. Sanshan. Sansa. Ah, what an absolute shame. And I'm apparently out of supplies in Lujiang. We are ending this episode off on a disaster. Okay, retreat it is. Okay, so this is going to need a part 4 by all accounts. Didn't quite accomplish my goal, other than taking 7 Jing. In part 4, I think we will wrap things up. At the very least, the last 20 minutes of this video have been a guide on how not to play, which is useful in its own way. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll see you in part 4.